Dear students of 3rd standard, let us start with the first poem from your English language. So this poem is related to the nature. So you all know with human beings there are lots of creatures in this nature or around your environment. So you also have seen many insects, birds or the different creatures. So what are they? What are they as a part of our nature? That is important. They are like us. That is what you have to keep it in your mind. We have to give them space to live with us, and we should always see to that the nature belongs to all of us. So here in this poem, the writer is anonymous here. Anonymous means the name of the writer is not given or the name of the poet is not given. But what is the poet trying to tell is how happily or how beautiful life the creatures also lead in this nature. Okay, before going to the poem, we shall concentrate on the difficult words in each paragraph. So the poem is The Silent Snake. So it's not only related to snake, you get to see many creatures and you also come to know how beautifully or how they enjoy their life in the nature. See the words, children. This is from the first paragraph. Fluttering, to wave or tap. To wave or tap. The butterflies are fluttering. So all of you might have observed the butterflies or the birds. When they fly or when they make movement, their wings keep moving. Their wings keep moving. That is called as fluttering. So the butterflies are fluttering. Bough, a branch of a tree. A branch of a tree. The birds are sitting on the bough. So many birds are sitting on the bough. Mayflies, winged insects that live close to water. Mayflies. So these insects usually they live close to water and they look like the dragonfly. The dragonfly. So you might have seen dragonfly. You also have seen them flying like the helicopter. Those are called as dragonflies. But the mayflies are similar to dragonflies. Mayflies danced in the sunlight. They enjoy the sunlight, then they keep moving. Creature, animals, insects, etc. All the types of living beings, creatures. Many varieties of creatures live in the nature. You look or you get to see many types of creatures. Dip, here or go down. Take a dip in the lake. You just dip into the water. You go into the water and come back. Silent, it is quiet. Be silent and listen to the lesson. Be silent and listen to the lesson, keeping quiet. Now, this is a poem. You can observe the lines. I'll read it, concentrate on my reading and also try to identify the words that I had given you the meaning in the last slide. And there are some pictures related to the poem. The birds go fluttering in the air. The rabbits run and skip. Brown squirrels race along the bough. The mayflies rise and dip. But while these creatures play and leap, the silent snake goes creepy, creepy. So here it is all about the animals or the creatures and how they enjoy their life or lead their life. So here the first one is, the first line, the birds. So the poet is trying to tell you about the birds. See, there are some birds on the tree. The birds go fluttering in the air. So the birds keep moving. They move, and when they move, they flutter their wings. Move means nothing but flying. The birds go flying in the air. So when they fly, what do, children? They flutter. They move their wings. So that is called as fluttering. And where do they move? They move in the air. The rabbits run and skip. So you have seen rabbits. Many of us see it. Many of us have seen it. How does it move? When they move, usually how do they move? They run. They run or they skip. They keep on hopping or they keep skipping. So that is called as the rabbits run and skip. Brown squirrels race along the boughs. So the squirrels, so they keep moving very fast on the branches of the tree, and they jump from one branch to the other, or sometimes if the trees are very close by, they jump from one tree to the other also. So these brown squirrels, how do they go? They race. Race means they go very fast. That's why the word race is used. So they race along the bough. The mayflies rise and dip. See, this is a picture of a mayfly. They rise and dip means when they move about, they go to a certain height. Rise is moving to a certain height, and then they come down. That is called as dip. But while these creatures play and leap, so all these creatures, what are the creatures? That is the birds, the rabbits, the squirrels, the mayflies. All these, what do? They play and leap. When they play and leap, leap is again jumping for certain extent. So when they do all these things, when they go on enjoying their life, what does the snake do? So there is a snake also here. The silent snake goes creepy creep. That is the movement of the snake, isn't it? That's the movement of the snake. So it goes creepy creepy means it just creeps on the land. Creeping means your body touches to the land, and with the help of that you just go on moving. So here it is creeping. So you might have seen children, small babies also creep. They even crawl, they even creep. When they crawl, what they do? They use their legs and hands for support and movement. But when it comes to creeping, what do? They lie on their stomach and they push their stomach and go forward. So that is called as creeping. The same way the snake is also moving. That is called as creepy creepy. This is a movement of the snake. The next paragraph, you have some more words. Concentrate on that. Visual. To make a sound. To make a sound. My friend keeps whistling always. So how do you whistle? Usually you use your mouth, isn't it, for whistling. So my friend keeps whistling. Whistling sound. Whistling always. Hum. To sing with closed lips. Means in a very low voice you keep singing or repeating something. That is called as hum or humming. The busy bee hums. The busy bee. When you see the bees, you might have listened to that sound also. When they are doing something or when they are moving or when they are very busy, they also make the sound. Croak. Harsh cry. Very harsh to hear. The frogs croak during rainy season. So during rainy season you listen a lot of the birds, the frogs croaking. Dumb, silent. Why are you so dumb today? If you observe somebody sitting silent, not doing anything, not talking to anyone or not at all interested in any work, then it is called as dumb. Why are you so dumb today? Grasses deep. So it's nothing but deep grasses. When you have too much of grass or when there is tall and thick grass. Together you call them as grasses deep. Tall and thick grass, insects are more in grasses deep. So you might have also experienced this when you go into a place wherein you have very thick and tall grasses or small plants or some shrubs. If you move inside, you will have insects there, or if you have not experienced it, at least you might have experienced the bite of the mosquito. So there will be lots of insects when there is deep grasses. So this is a meanings. The next paragraph. The birdies sing and whistle loud. The busy insects hum. The squirrels chat. The frogs say croak. But the snake is always dumb, with not a sound through grasses deep. The silent snake goes creepy creep. So now again few aspects are discussed here. The birdies sing and whistle loud. So the last paragraph you came to know that they go on fluttering or flying. Again, what is the poet telling here? The birds, they also sing and whistle loud. So the sound of the birds, that is compared to the singing or the whistling sound. They make loud songs. The busy insects hum. So the busy insects, many insects, they do their own sounds, and that is compared to the humming. The busy insects hum. The squirrels chat. The frogs say croak. The squirrels, the sound made by the squirrels, it is compared to the chatting. Chatting means talking to each other. The frogs say croak. The sound of the frog, you call it as croaking. But the snake is always dumb. But the snake, it is always dumb. It doesn't make lots of noise. So you cannot listen sometimes the noise or the sound made by the snake. So it is always dumb. With not a sound through grasses deep. So even when it moves through the grasses deep, moves through the tall thick grasses, it doesn't make any sound. You will not at all come to know that the snake is moving or it is there in mid of the deep grasses. The silent snake goes creepy creep. How does the snake go? It goes creepy creep. It goes on moving. So you have all the pictures given here. The busy bees or the frog or the bird singing. So this is the beauty of the nature, children. So we have to enjoy the beauty of the nature. So many of you like to observe all these things. If you see a bird, beautiful bird, you sit and see that, or if you see butterflies, you run behind it and you will really get attracted towards their color. But when you see a snake, usually you get frightened, isn't it? But all this is the beauty of nature, and the poet has given us a wide picture of the life of these creatures in this poem. Read the poem, go through the difficult words and the meanings. Thank you.